Welcome to the channel. Thank you again for tuning in. So today we're going to be talking about Turo and everything that I use and everything that I think you'll need for Turo if you're starting out, or maybe you already do Turo and you're just thinking of some new ways that you can be more successful at it. Now you may be wondering, why should you take any tips from me? So I'm going to talk a little bit about myself. I've been doing Turo for 2.5 years. The way I started with a personal vehicle just to try it out. It was going pretty well, so I decided to take the risk and buy an extra car just for Turo, and that went profitable. So I went ahead and I grew to 4 vehicles. So I did that with 2.5 years. So I've been doing it for a while. I have experience doing it. And before I did Turo, I also used to work for a large rental car company. Learned a lot from them. That I use some of the things I learned with them today doing this as a side hustle. So before I move forward, if you do a huge favor for me, please leave some comments down below. If you already do Turo, let me know what you use, because I'm learning as well every day. So maybe you do some things that will benefit me. And for the newcomers that are watching this video, they can read the comments and gain more knowledge. So if it'd be a big favor, also newcomers, leave your comments down below with your questions. I'll go ahead and answer those for you. And to really help me out with a small channel, if you do me a huge favor and subscribe and give me a like. So moving forward, you see here, you might see the no smoking sticker. You see the lockbox here and
the Faraday pouch.
Faraday pouch, I always forget. Now, I do have a link below. So if you're interested in purchasing any of these items that I have, that I use, it's gonna take you right to the Amazon page. It's gonna make it easy for you to purchase if you decide to. Now you may be wondering, why do I have a big no smoking sticker? Believe it or not, I've been doing this side hustle for 2.5 years and I have not had any smokers in the vehicle. So I think this is a great help. Obviously nothing is foolproof, but I think this is gonna help big time reduce the odds of someone smoking in your vehicle. And I actually working for a rental car company, all rental car companies, they put these stickers in their vehicle that say that with the no smoking logo. Okay, so I definitely feel that this is going to help someone from not smoking in your vehicle. So I use it. Again, I've had no one do it, so I think it helps big, and I really suggest it. So this has been helpful for me. Also, this lockbox. I do contactless check-ins. Did I say that right? Check-ins?
Yeah.
I always get confused with
contactless drop-off.
Yeah, exactly. So I actually don't see the customers. Now, for me, this may not work for you. I live right by the airport. So I do free airport deliveries because I live so close by, so it makes sense. Now I get it, some of the viewers may not live by an airport or may live too far where it doesn't make sense. So that's something that you're gonna have to figure out and do the math. But because I live close, and if you live close, this and you're thinking about doing Turo, I think it's a good idea thinking about doing free airport deliveries. You're gonna get a lot more bookings, so that's also nice. And it makes it convenient because, again, this is side hustle. So using the lockbox, I don't have to be there when the guest comes to the vehicle. I just communicate by messaging them on the app, and it's just like text messaging. So it's easy. We all, I would say we probably all text message. So if you're comfortable text messaging, you're gonna have no issues communicating by messaging on the Turo app. The app is very easy to use. So this comes very handy if you're busy, and it's done very well for me, and it's called the key guard, and you just put it on the window. Now there's different types. I've seen some where individuals put it on the handle of the car. I think those will damage the car and scratch the car, so I would recommend against those. This one is the window one, and it's done very well for me. And it's held up pretty well, as you can see. And now here's my key. So if you have a push to start vehicle, you're gonna need one of these. This is gonna block the signal. Now, what's very important is when you put the key inside the pouch and you close it, right? Make sure it's snug in there. It's gonna be very important that when you put it in your lockbox, okay? And how you would do it is you put in your code, push down, and you put this in the lockbox. You wanna check the door handle, make sure it doesn't open, because I've had times where I put the key in the pouch, I put it in here, and I would check the door and the door was still open. So it's very important to double check, because if that's the case, you're gonna open the lockbox again, you're gonna pull the key out and see what's wrong. So it doesn't always block the signal if you put it in wrong. I'm not sure what it is, so I always double check. So before leaving and walking away from the car, check all the doors, make sure none of the doors are opening, make sure it's actually blocking the signal. So that's a tip that I'm giving everyone, because since I use this is something I've run into. So if I can help someone avoid, putting a key in here and the car opening, I'm gonna give you the tips from my experience. Now, I'm not telling anyone to do these things. These are just the things I do, and I'm just giving some suggestions and letting everyone know that's watching this what I do, in hopes that it helps. But that's how I run it. 99% of my doing Turo is airport for me. I do free airport deliveries. Now, I do have other videos, and I have had individuals ask me, how does it work? Well, I do free, so I do charge. They have to pay on their way out, and also when I pick up the car, I charge them. Now you may be wondering, how do you do that? How does that work? Well, when I leave the car in the airport, when they exit, there's a booth, they're gonna have to pay when they exit. So that gets taken care of when the guest is exiting the airport. I don't have to worry about that. When I pick up the car, I exit the booth and I do pay for it, right? So I do that with a business card, it's a business expense. But what I do, I take that ticket and then I bill the customer. Now, I have that written on my profile, so it's no surprise to the guests. I let them know I will be charging for the airport, and I let them know how much it could be. So where I live, it could be up to $24 a day. So if the car, for some reason, it takes me 4 hours to get to it, unfortunately, at 4 hours or after, it's gonna be $24. So that's all my profile. That way there's no surprises with the guests, and they know what's going on. And as long as you're writing everything out, if there is a dispute, which you can run into, Turo will back you up and you will end up getting the money. So it's very important that if you're new, that you put everything in very good detail on your profile for your guests, and for any disputes, Toro's gonna check your messages, gonna check your profile, and if you're doing everything right, they're gonna back you up and help you. So the good thing about Turo will help you out as long as you're following the rules on the platform. You will be okay. If you're not following the rules, which some individuals want to cut corners and do things that the platform does not allow, then that's when you're going to not get backed up, and you could lose money or get a bad review, or face some negative consequences. So definitely follow the rules. But yes, I think these are 3 things that I use. This pouch, because my cars are push to start. This lockbox, so I don't have to be there. It's a huge help, especially if you have a day job, you're busy, you got other things you're doing. You drop the car off the day of the booking. You don't have to be there. You just message them where the car is parked, the code to the box when they get to the car, and showed you the driver's license. Once you got the license verified and they're at the car and ready to take it, that's when I provide the code to get in. So I only give them the code once I have everything that I need, which is a photo of them next to their ID. Their ID has been verified, then they get the code. I don't give out the code before, because that's another way that you're gonna get the guests to give you everything that you need. You're not gonna provide them the code to get the keys unless they've shown you their driver's license, you've checked to make sure it's not expired, and that they're of age, and that it's the person on the ID is renting the vehicle. So always check those things, and make sure to put these stickers. I suggest it because it's really been a big help. Now, hopefully, if there's someone that's already done this and they've had a negative experience, that could definitely happen, but it's helped me tremendously. And if you want this pouch, because you're a newcomer, or maybe you're already a seasoned host, but you haven't tried this, again, I'm gonna have all the links, so just check them out. It could be useful. Hopefully you found this video that I just did very helpful. Please leave me comments down below if you're a newcomer to Turo and you're thinking about trying out Turo. If you've already been doing Turo for a long time and you want to share some knowledge with me, go ahead and leave that. Or even if you have questions, I'm looking forward to answering questions, looking forward to seeing those comments. And if you haven't done so, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel and help me grow. Thank you for watching.